Hello guys, welcome to this course on Cloudera Data Platform. My name is Sijesh. This video we will see how to deploy remaining virtual machines also here. So we have already deployed one virtual machine master 01 and installed and configured Cloudera Manager. So we are going to deploy remaining 4 more virtual machines, master 02 for installing master components and node 01, node 02 and node 03 for our worker components. The same method we will apply here. Just add, then go to the compute part, then type OpenLogic or else you can just type CentOS 7.6. so you can see this is the same operating system that we chose earlier. Just go ahead and create and choose the subscription where you are deploying. Choose the same subscription since I have only one subscription available, and choose appropriate resource group. I'm using the same resource group for all my deployment, and the virtual machine name, this is master 02. I'm installing, or I'm deploying two master 01 and master 02, and the region we can choose the same region that we choose for other operating system or other virtual machine. So that is Southeast, Australia Southeast. Okay, and availability option, I'm not choosing anything. Then image, it's a CentOS base 7.6. then spot instance, I'm not choosing the spot instance for this, and configuration, I'm choosing 2 vCore and 16 gig RAM, and you can see an approximate cost for that resource here. And for authentication type, we have two options. One is SSH public key based authentication, so where you have the private key available with you and you can use that key to connect, and the second is the password based. So here I am using the public key based, and username I am choosing as VM admin. So this is the user which I am choosing, and the key which I have already deployed or downloaded, then I choose that option. So or else you have option to create a new key pair. So I'm using existing key pair and choose that name. So that is CDP-demo. And inbound port, you can choose what are the ports which are exposed. So if you just need HTTP or HTTPS to be exposed, you can tick that. So I'm choosing SSH only at this time. So disk, so premium SSD, and if you want to reduce the cost, so you can choose the standard hard disk also. And additional data disk, it's better to attach a new data disk because this one will have around 30 gig. So we need additional capacity for installing our Cloudera components and HDFS storage. So here I'm just using create and attach a new disk, and I'm just choosing the disk for this master 02, and its type is a new empty disk, and the size I'm just changing, and I just need around 60 gig, 64 gig. This is the only one which I choose for the other, or else you can reduce this size or increase or reduce, that is up to you. So 64 gig I'm choosing at this time, then hit OK, and again hit OK. So now we can go to the networking part, and where we need to choose the virtual network and subnet. So in order to communicate or reduce the configuration efforts, so choose the same virtual network and subnet that we allocated to other virtual machine, because all these hosts should be able to communicate easily. Otherwise you need to do complicated configurations like VNet pairing and all need to do. So it's better to choose the same VNet and subnet, and here I'm using the same subnet that we used. Public IP, So for only one machine we need a public IP address. For all others I'm not choosing any public IP address, because from anyway master has the public IP enabled. From master to this host I can log in and connect, and all other thing choosing as default and hit next to go to management option. So boot diagnostic, it's always better to enable, but considering the cost and other factor, you can reduce this. Later if you want to enable, you can enable that also. After installing and configuring, you can enable this boot diagnostic. So right now I disable it. Then go to the advanced one. Then here the post deployment extensions or post deployment configuration that we need to do, but I'm not adding anything at this time. And next is the tag. So you can add that certain tags, but again I'm leaving as it is default. Then the review page, so this will do a basic validation, and if anything missing then it will alert. So here in our case the validation is passed. Then I can create this resource. Then I've did for this one master 02. Similarly I have to do the deployment for other VMs like node 01, node 02, node 03. I'm doing that right away from here. Okay, for node 1 or worker host, again I'm choosing the same set of configuration, and virtual machine name as node 01 and same operating system, and size I am choosing 2 core and 18 gig RAM. Then again authentication I am choosing VM admin, and this is the key, and go to the disk. So here also I'm going to attach a new disk, and its size I need to reduce. I just need 64 gig. So maybe this size we can increase or decrease later. And encryption type and all choosing as default. Then networking. So here also I need to choose the same VNet that we choose, VNet and subnet, and a public IP. I don't need a public IP here. Then click next to go for management. So disable this. Again all are default. Then tag, that is also nothing. Review and create. Just go ahead and create. So I'm going to deploy the remaining virtual machines also here, like nodes 0, 2, 3 and 4, whatever the virtual machine I need. So I'm going to deploy it here. So I'm using the same steps that we used in earlier deployment. So I'm just fast forwarding this step so that it will be the same or repeated step I'm doing here. So now all the deployment are in progress. So you can see master 02. So this deployment has completed. So we can go to this resource and see the master 02 as deployed, but it's not having a public IP address. All the things are looks good. And this one is node 01, which is also completed. Node 02, this is also completed. And node 03, the deployment is in progress. Maybe it takes some time to complete the deployment. So this is also completed, and we can just hit this button to go to the resource. Now we can see node 0 also running. And if we go to the main console and go to this resource group and where we deployed all the VM, and you can see all the resources and its dependent components are deployed. And here we can filter the type, okay, and how many virtual machines allowed. So you can see the master 01 to node 01 to 3. So these hosts are deployed. So that's it about the deploying the remaining virtual machine. Again, so here I used manual method to deploy virtual machine. You can use any automated method to deploy this multiple virtual machine. Hope you enjoyed this learning. Thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next video. Bye.